Good morning, students. Have a nice day. Today we'll start Science and Technology Part 2. In this third chapter is Life Processes in Living Organisms Part 1. In this chapter we are going to study 4 topics: the reproduction, asexual and sexual reproduction. Second is reproduction and modern technology, reproductive health and population explosion. We have studied various life processes in the previous classes. All those life processes, that is nutrition, respiration, excretion, sensation and response, that is control and coordination, etc., are essential to each living organism to remain alive. Besides these life processes, one more life process occurs in living organism, that is reproduction. However, reproduction does not help the organism to remain alive, but it helps to maintain the continuity of the species of that organism. Let us see reproduction in detail. Observe the figure and tell the life process which you can identify. Formation of new organism of same species by earlier existing organism is called as reproduction. Reproduction is one of the various important characters of living organisms. It is also one of the various reasons responsible for evolution of each species. In living organism, reproductions occur mainly by two methods. Those two methods are asexual and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. Process of formation of new organism by an organism of same species without involvement of gametes is called as asexual reproduction. As this reproduction does not involve union of two different gametes, the new organism has exact genetic similarity with the reproducing organism. This is uniparental reproduction and it occurs by mitotic cell division. Absence of genetic recombination is a drawback, whereas fast process is advantage of this reproductive method. Now, asexual reproduction in unicellular organism. First is binary fission. Try this activity. Take a conical flask and collect the water in it from a pond having stagnant water and aquatic plants. Add some wheat grains and aquatic plants to it. Keep it for 3 to 4 days so that wheat grains and plants will decompose. Early in the morning on 4th day, take glass light and put a drop of that water over it. Carefully put a cover slip on that drop and observe it under compound microscope. You will be able to see many Paramecia performing the binary fission. Prokaryotes like bacteria, protists like amoeba, Paramecium, Euglena, etc. and eukaryotic cell organelles like mitochondria and chloroplast perform asexual reproduction by binary fission. In this process, the parent cell divides to form two similar daughter cells. Binary fission occurs either by mitosis or amitosis. Axis of fission, that is division, is different in different protists. For example, amoeba divide in any plane due to lack of specific shape. Hence, it is called simple binary fission. Paramecium divide by transverse binary fission, whereas Euglena by longitudinal binary fission. Binary fission is usually performed by living organisms during favorable conditions, that is, availability of abundant food material. Multiple fission. Asexual reproduction by multiple fission is performed by amoeba and other similar protists. Amoeba stops formation of pseudopodia and thereby movements whenever there is a lack of food or any other type of adverse condition. It becomes round and forms protective covering around plasma membrane. Such encysted amoeba or any other protist is called as Cyst. Many nuclei are formed by repeated nuclear division in the cyst. It is followed by cytoplasmic division and thus many amibulae are formed. They remain encysted till there are adverse conditions. Cyst breaks open on an arrival of favorable condition and many amibulae are released. Budding in unicellular organisms. Try this activity. Bring the active dry yeast powder from market. Take 50 ml lukewarm water in a conical flask. Add 5 gram of dry yeast and 10 gram table sugar to that water and mix well the mixture. Keep the flask in a warm place. After an hour, take a drop of that mixture on a clean glass slide. Put a cover glass on that drop and observe it under the microscope. You will see that yeast cells performing budding, that is small bud coming out of many parent cells. Asexual reproduction occurs by budding in yeast, a unicellular fungus. Yeast cell produce two daughter nuclei by mitotic division so as to reproduce by budding. This yeast cell is called as a parent cell. Small bulge appear on the surface of parent cell. This bulge is actually a bud. One of the two daughter nuclei enter this bud. After sufficient growth, bud separate from the parent cell and start to live independently as a daughter yeast cell. Asexual reproduction in multicellular organisms. First is fragmentation. This type of asexual reproduction occurs in multicellular organisms. In this type of reproduction, the body of parent organism break up into many fragments and each fragment start to live as an independent new organism. This type of reproduction occurs in algae like Spirogyra and sponges like Cycon. Whenever there is a plenty of water and nutrients are available to Spirogyra, its filaments grow up very fast and break up into many small fragments. Each fragment starts to live independently as a new Spirogyra. If the body of Cycon break up accidentally into many fragments, each fragment develops into a new Cycon. Regeneration. You may know that the wall lizard breaks up and discards some part of its tail in emergency. Discarded part is regenerated after a period. This is an example of limited regeneration. However, under certain situations, an animal planaria breaks up its body into two parts and thereafter each part regenerates remaining part of the body and thus two new planaria are formed. This is called as regeneration. Budding in multicellular organisms. In case of Hydra, under favorable conditions, a specific part of its body, an outgrowth is formed by repeated division of regenerative cells of the body wall. This outgrowth is called as bud. Bud grows up progressively and finally forms a small hydra. Dermal layer and digestive cavity of the budding hydra are in continuity with those of the parent hydra. Parent hydra supply nutrient to the budding hydra. Budding hydra separates from the parent hydra and starts to lead an independent life when it grows up and becomes able to lead an independent life. Vegetative propagation. Reproduction in plants with the help of vegetative parts like root, stem, leaf and bud is called as vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation in potatoes is performed with the help of the eyes present on tuber, whereas in bryophyllum it is performed with the help of the buds present on the leaf margin. In case of plants like sugarcane and grasses, vegetative propagation occurs with the help of the bud present on the nodes. Plants like carrot and radish perform vegetative propagation with the help of the roots. Spore formation. Try this activity. Take a piece of wheat bread or bhakri and keep it in humid place. Fungus will grow on it within 2-3 days. Observe the fungus under compound microscope and draw its diagram. Fungi like mucor have filamentous body. They have sporangia. Once the spores are formed, sporangia burst and spores are released. Spores germinate on moist and warm place and new fungal colony is formed. Sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction always occurs with the help of two germ cells, female gamete and male gamete are those two germ cells. Two main processes occur in the sexual reproduction. One is gamete formation. Gametes are formed by the meiosis. In meiosis, chromosome number is reduced to half, hence haploid gamete is formed. Second is fertilization. A diploid zygote is formed in the process by union of haploid male and female gametes. The zygote divides by mitosis and embryo is formed. The embryo develops to form a new individual. Two parents, that is male parent and female parent, are involved in this type of reproduction. Fusion of male gamete of male parent and female gamete of female parent occurs. Due to this, new individual always has the recombined genes of both the parents. Hence, the new individual always shows similarities with the parent for some characters and has some characters different than both parents. Diversity in living organism occur due to genetic variations. Genetic variations help the organism to adjust with the changing environment and thereby to maintain their existence. Due to this, the plants and animals can save themselves from being extinct. Sexual reproduction in plants. Flower is structural unit of sexual reproduction in plants. It consists of 4 floral whorls as calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium, arranged in a sequence from outside to inside. Androecium and gynoecium are called essential whorls because they perform the function of reproduction, whereas calyx and corolla are called accessory whorls because they are responsible for protection of inner whorls. Members of calyx are called as sepals and they are green colored. Members of corolla are called as petals and they are various colors. A flower is called as bisexual if both whorls, that is androecium and gynoecium, are present in the same flower. For example, hibiscus. A flower is called unisexual if any one of the above mentioned 2 whorls is present in the flower. If only androecium is present, it is male flower, and if only gynoecium is present, flower is female flower. For example, papaya. Many flowers have the stalk for support called as pedicel, and such flowers are called as pedicellate, whereas flowers without stalk is called as sessile. Androecium is male whorl and its members are called as stamen. Gynoecium is a female whorl and its members are called as carpels. Members of gynoecium are called as carpels. These may be separate or unite. Ovary is present at the basal end of each carpel. A hollow style comes up from the ovary. Stigma is present at the tip of the style. Ovary contains one or many ovules. Embryo sac is formed in each ovule by meiosis. Each embryo sac consists of haploid egg cell and two haploid polar nuclei. Pollen grains from anther are transferred to the stigma. This is called pollination. Pollination occurs with the help of abiotic agents, wind and water, and biotic agents like insect and other animals. Stigma becomes sticky during pollination. Pollens germinate when they fall upon such sticky stigma. That is a long pollen tube, and two male gametes are formed. The pollen tube carries male gametes. Pollen tube reaches the embryo sac via style. Tip of the pollen tube bursts and two male gametes are released in embryo sac. One male gamete unites with the egg cell to form zygote. This is fertilization. Second male gamete unite with the two polar nuclei and endosperm is formed. As two nuclei participate in this process, it is called a double fertilization. Seed germination. Try this. Take a suitable glass vessel like conical flask or beaker. Add some garden soil in it and sow some pulse grains in it in such a way that you can observe them through glass. Water it every day and record its changes. Ovule develops into seed and ovary into fruit after fertilization. Seeds fall upon the ground when fruit break up and they germinate in the soil under the favorable condition. Zygote develops at the cost of food stored in endosperm of seed and thus a new plant plate is formed. This is called as seed germination. Thank you, students.